Good afternoon and welcome to the Current Jobs coverage of this Premier League encounter. It is Arsenal against Liverpool in the Premier League. And to guide us through the first half action with all the team news as teams out on the pitch is over to my friend and commentator, Paul James. And you'll hear me next during the game. Paul, over to you.
Thanks, Russ. And just looking at the two lineups here, let's just look at the changes first. Arsenal are making two. Emile Smith-Rowe misses out and Jorginho steps in. Gabriel Jesus has an ankle injury and misses out completely. Kai Havertz steps in the centre-forward position. For Liverpool, they have three changes enforced upon them. Trent Alexander-Arnold comes in for Conor Bradley, who sadly his father passed away. So he misses out completely, and the commentary hub passes on our deepest condolences to Conor Bradley, his family, and Liverpool Football Club for that tragedy. Ryan Gravenberch steps in for Dominic Szoboszlai, and Cody Gakpo steps in for Darwin Núñez. So the lineups are as follows, starting with Arsenal, with David Raya in goal, Alexander Zinchenko, Gabriel, and William Saliba making his 50th Premier League appearance today, and Ben White making familiar back four for Arsenal. Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard, who is the captain out of three in midfield. Gabriel Martinelli, Kai Havertz, and Bukayo Saka are leading the line. For Liverpool, Alisson is the goalkeeper. Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk is the captain. Ibrahim Konate and Trent Alexander-Arnold are the back four. The three in midfield are Curtis Jones, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch, and Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, and Diogo Jota are leaving the line. The substitutes for Arsenal is Aaron Ramsdale, the substitute goalkeeper, of course, Emile Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah, Jacob Kiwior, Cedric Suarez, yet to make an appearance for Arsenal this season in the Premier League, Leandro Trossard, Reece Nelson, Mohamed El Neni, and Ruel Walters. For Liverpool, it's Adrian and Koeman Kelleher, two substitute goalkeepers for Liverpool, Thiago, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, Andy Robertson, Bobby Clark, James McConnell, and Gerald Quansah. Our referee today is Anthony Taylor from Wythenshawe in Greater Manchester. He's 45. He's a Premier League and FIFA official, and Taylor was promoted to the Select Group 1 referees at the start of the 2010-2011 season. Taylor became a FIFA-listed referee on January the 1st, 2013. He's also refereed 3 Liverpool games this season and 1 involving Arsenal. He is joined on the line by Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. Nick Paulson is the 4th official. David Coote and Timothy Wood are in VAR. It's a 200th league appearance between these two sides. And Liverpool are about to get us underway wearing the lilac shirts, lilac shorts, lilac socks with black trim. They're attacking the goal to our left, and Arsenal, of course, in their famous red and white shirts and white shorts and white socks. The game is underway here. And very shortly here, I'll bring in my co-commentator, Ross Vernon, as that ball is headed out of play by Ben White. And it's going to be a throw into Liverpool midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Well, William Saliba takes a throw in and he drops it back to Ben White. Ross, today it's a must-win game for Arsenal if they want to be in this title race. With Manchester City playing Brentford tomorrow, they really must win today. Nothing else is acceptable in my mind. But here's a chance for Jota, but it breaks through to the goalkeeper, David Raya. What's your thoughts on that, Ross?
Yes, I agree with you, Paul. I think Arsenal really need to get the win here today against Liverpool, just to move within 2 points of the Reds at the top of the table, kind of the Gunners, and they'll be looking to gun them down in the early part of this game and get on the front foot early on and try and cause them a few problems. I think Mikel Arteta, that's where they've told his side to go at them, try and cause them a few problems. When teams run at Liverpool, they look dangerous and look a bit shaky. The Liverpool look always on the back foot when people run at them, but if they them have time and them have space, they can cut teams open, and that's what Liverpool are good at.
Well, David Raya taking a free kick for Arsenal, launches it long downfield looking for Kai Havertz. That's good defending by Konate. And it breaks loose here to Alexander Zinchenko down the left-hand side. He gives it to Declan Rice. It's lifted over the top to Martinelli, but he is in an offside position. as the flag for linesman is raised, and Liverpool will get the game back underway with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He gives the ball to Konate. Konate drops it back to Alisson Becker. He is holding a 80% save percentage this season, is Alisson Becker. Impressive by the Brazilian goalkeeper, as Liverpool hold the best defence in the league, with Arsenal very close behind that in second place. So we may not see a great deal of goals today, but what we will see is some really good football, I believe. And here's Declan Rice. He drops the ball back to Saliba, midway inside his own half of the field. Saliba plays the ball across there to Gabriel, and it's straight into the midfield to the Italian Jorginho. He plays it down the left-hand side to Martinelli. Martinelli cuts into the middle and gives it to Havertz. Havertz drops it back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice down the right-hand side now for Arsenal. It's Bukayo Saka. Plays the ball into the middle. Back to Rice again. He's surrounded by two Liverpool players, and the ball is won by Curtis Jones. Jones drops it back to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk just trying to get it back to Alisson, who does a outside of the boot clearance and only goes as far as White, who heads it to Odegaard. Odegaard dropped down there to Rice. Rice plays it to Bukayo Saka inside the penalty area, right-hand side. It's crossed in, and Bukayo Saka just clears the ball, not Bukayo Saka rather, Ibrahim Konate clears the ball out of play for an Arsenal throw-in. We have 3 minutes gone at the Emirates here in this vital top of the table clash. It's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. The throw-in is taken there. Like that, concedes a throw-in. It's a throw-in level with the Liverpool 6-yard box, and it's going to be Ben White to take it. So White now, he's got Odegaard available with him, and they're taking time here, and Liverpool want him to throw it now. Finally, Ben White gets it back off Bukayo Saka, but he just drops it to Curtis Jones, and Curtis Jones clears it with non-effect. And here's Martin Odegaard now in the penalty area. He gives it to Saka with a cross, but it goes behind. He was just muscled out of the play by Virgil van Dijk. Early pressure by Arsenal, Ross.
It's good early pressure from Arsenal. This is what Arteta would have wanted to see. Arsenal go on the front foot, especially a term against Liverpool. They were too lacklustre in the earlier game against Jurgen Klopp. So they want to go on the front foot early on here, take the game to Liverpool, and that's what they're doing. In Saka very unlucky there not to get the final ball spot on, but because that was a fantastic ball to pick him out there initially. Another one, I'm just seeing the cross again from Saka, which Konate cleared. It was a poor cross from Saka, that one.
And the ball is now back with Virgil van Dijk. And Van Dijk has Joe Gomez with him. Here's Joe Gomez now. He's being pushed back towards his own goal. He just turns away from Kai Havertz, but he only finds Bukayo Saka, and he gives it to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard to Declan Rice, back to Ben White. On the halfway line now to William Saliba. Gives it to Gabriel inside the centre circle in his own half. Declan Rice back again to Gabriel. And it's now with Jorginho. Plays it down the left-hand side now to Zinchenko. Zinchenko to Martinelli. Martinelli, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Martinelli again, but that's a good challenge by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And does he prevent that from going for a corner? It doesn't look like it. It is going to be a corner, I think, no, it's not. It's going to be a goal kick. Martinelli protests to Anthony Taylor, but the decision has been made. It's going to be a goal kick. Do you think that was a corner, Russ?
The kind of angle that we saw couldn't really tell at first, but then when you look, this probably gives a better angle. This has already gone out. That should have been a corner. That's gone out of play there, Paul. And then Arnold, because his foot plays it on to Martin, and then he goes behind, and it was already off, and his foot and the ball was off the pitch there. So that should have been a corner there for me, should I say?
All right, well, it's back with Alisson now. He plays the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk coming forward, and he nearly lost it there, but it was dropped off by Diogo Jota back to Van Dijk, but his ball played forward. Van Dijk just goes out of play as Martin Odegaard trying to encourage his Arsenal team and get the crowd behind him and Arsenal here at the Emirates Stadium. I think it is vital that the Arsenal fans really get behind their team today, because this is a massive uphill challenge against a very informed Liverpool team. It is now back with Saliba, and he plays it across the penalty area line to his defensive partner Gabriel, and he slips the ball there to Zinchenko. This is good work by the Ukrainian. Gives the ball to Declan Rice. Rice plays it down the right-hand side to Ben White, who just slips the ball forward to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka drops it back into his own half to to Declan Rice. And it's Gabriel now, plays the ball down the left-hand side. It's with Kai Havertz, who's playing in the middle today. And he's often played in the middle for the national team for Germany. Often without success. It's an interesting choice of play by Declan Rice today. By Mikel Arteta today, Ross, that he should play Havertz down the middle.
Yes, I was surprised by that, especially when they've got Eddie Nketiah or Reece Nelson, who's natural forwards, who can play, especially Eddie Nketiah, who can play through the middle. I was surprised he opted for Kai Havertz. Maybe he's seen something in training which has worked and decided he wants to try it in this game, see if he can get it working in this game. So I was a bit surprised with that one today, Paul, when I saw the team news come out just over an hour ago.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he just tried to find Ibrahim Konate. Konate couldn't reach it, but it does fall safely to Virgil van Dijk, who gives the ball to Konate. It's Liverpool now. Both these sides just feeling each other out early on. Nobody wants to make an early mistake in such a big game. As Konate finds Alisson, who's midway inside the Liverpool half, and he gives the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk is going to go long. Is Van Dijk down the right-hand side, but intercepting that is Ben White brilliantly. He gives it to Saka. Saka just tries to get away from Gomez, but good work from Gomez. It's now Curtis Jones, and the ball is slipped on. Well, they were looking for Diaz there, and finally it went back to Gomez, but Declan Rice gets across and makes that interception for the Gunners. It's a vital challenge there. Well, Gomez was away, especially with Jota closing in as well. Good challenge by Declan Rice. And the throw-in is taken quickly, and it's given back to Curtis Jones. Jones finds Gomez, but Gomez was not tried to play the ball past Jones, but it just goes out of play. As we're approaching the 9-minute mark here, it's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0 at the Emirates Stadium. As we take a look at the Liverpool bench, there's Andrew Robertson there. And now the ball is with Martinelli, who is alleged to be backing in to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. And it's Ibrahim Konate. It's going to take it midway inside the Liverpool half of the field. He drops it back to Alisson, and Alisson now under really no pressure at all. He's going to launch it downfield. He's looking for the onrushing Luis Diaz, but that ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in midway inside the Arsenal half of the field to be taken by Ben White. We're approaching 10 minutes now. It's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0 at the Emirates Stadium. And, well, I can tell you that this stadium is absolutely full today. And what a massive match this actually is for both teams and the title race as a whole. Ben White, again, is going to end up getting warned by the referee for taking too long with these throw-ins. And here's Luis Diaz now for Liverpool. The break is on. He's got the option available there. And it's Cody Gakpo. He plays it down to Jones. Jones, left-hand side. Slip back through to Jota and back to Jones again, down the left-hand side. Gives it to Joe Gomez. It's swung into the box. And the heads go up, but so does David Raya. He claims that with authority and quickly releases it to Gabriel Martinelli as Arsenal are on the break. Martinelli now cutting into the penalty area, left-hand side. He gets the crack by Bukayo Saka. What a chance that was. It's picked up by Odegaard. Odegaard pulls the ball into the middle, but getting there, and it's Diogo Jota to try to clear the ball away. I'm going to get Russ's thoughts now on that chance for Bukayo Saka. It was a free header and an open goal, Russ.
Yes, I just think there for Saka, if you look at this again, it's a fantastic breakaway from Arsenal first and foremost. Brilliant throw out from David Raya to send Martinelli away down that left-hand side. He beats Konate for pace. Then as he puts it in, I think there's just a little nudge in the back on Bukayo Saka from Joe Gomez, which just puts him off there. There you can just see a little nudge in the back, not a foul, but just a nudge to put him off. So he was there, and that was the difference from Liverpool going to go behind to staying in 0-0 there, Paul James.
Here's Luis Diaz. Well, he just gets tackled there by Ben White, but the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool, almost level with the Liverpool penalty area down the left-hand side. Luis Diaz just hands the ball off to Joe Gomez, and Joe Gomez throws it all the way back to the halfway line. And I think Virgil van Dijk wanted to know why, and instead he goes all the way back to Alisson. Now, Alisson well out of his penalty area here. He doesn't want to get caught out here. He plays a short ball there to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it to Ibrahima Konate, and here's McAllister. McAllister again. Arsenal just shading possession right now. McAllister crosses the halfway line. Oh, he played a scintillating pass through to Gakpo. Gakpo chance, and he just whistles by the right-hand post of David Raya. Real chance for Cody Gakpo, Russ.
Yes, massive chance there for Liverpool to take the lead there. He's just onside as well. Ben White plays him onside, and he just drags his effort wide. And maybe I think he took it on a bit too early. Could have took it on a bit further there. Good Gakpo, but I think he took it on a bit earlier, Paul. She thought the offside flag was going to go. We didn't, because it was played on by Ben White. So a big chance there for Liverpool to take the lead.
Saliba plays the ball across the penalty area to his defensive partner, Gabriel. Gabriel just holds up the ball right now, and he gives it to Declan Rice. And the ball is played now back to Rice. Now, Rice has just got Curtis Jones closing in. As Liverpool pressing this Arsenal defence a little bit. And it's Ben White again, midway inside his own half. He drops it back to Saliba, who turns away from Jota and gives it to Gabriel. Gabriel gives the ball forward to Jorginho. The ball is played down the left-hand side here, and here is Zinchenko. Zinchenko to Odegaard. Odegaard plays a superb pass through. Havertz is one-on-one. Can he pass the ball now? Ready, set. What Arsenal! With a superb finish by the Saka, and now this.
Fantastic goal. It's a fantastic goal by Arsenal. Fantastic breakaway, Paul. As you said there, fantastic effort. Brilliant save by Alisson first and foremost. But who is there watching this? Who is picking up Bukayo Saka? You look here, Joe Gomez goes to the ball and goes towards Alisson when he should have been marking Saka out wide. He left Saka unmarked in quite a lot of space. And that is what has punished Liverpool there. And this could be a big goal, not just in this game, Paul, but in the title race. 1-0 Arsenal, and the floodgates could potentially open up now. Because if Liverpool will have to go and get the win now, try and extend their lead back to the top of the table, and which will leave gaps for Arsenal to get in and get in behind to take the lead. So, Arsenal, big goal for them, and a big goal in the title race.
Now, Bukayo Saka's goal on 14 minutes is the difference here. And they've got the ball back again, and it's Havertz again trying to break through. Is he fouled by Virgil van Dijk? He's claiming it, but the referee has said no. Anthony Taylor says play on. Here's Gakpo for Liverpool. Good challenge by Gabriel, and it breaks loose there and is put out of play by Virgil van Dijk as Liverpool fall behind early on here. And, it was a breakout by Kai Havertz. It was a wonderful save by Alisson. But as you say, Russ, nobody was picking up Bukayo Saka, and that left him with the tap-in. And if he missed the open goal from the first one, he certainly wasn't missing that. As Martin Odegaard plays the ball back to Gabriel, who gives the ball to Saliba. Now, William Saliba is midway inside his own half of the field, and he gives it to Ben White, who he himself has had a really good start to the game. Ben White launches it forward, but Virgil van Dijk is in with the header, and he manages to find Diaz, who gives the ball back to Virgil van Dijk. And Alisson out again, playing as a sweeper, gives it to Ibrahima Konate. Konate now looking for options available. Liverpool shut early on. They have to come forward to try to find an equaliser. McAllister gives it back to Ibrahima Konate. It's now with McAllister again, inside the centre circle. Looking for options available. Drops it back to Joe Gomez. Gomez over to Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch, the Dutchman now just looking for options available. He drops it back now to Konate again. As Liverpool now just patient build-up. They're certainly not panicking, going behind early. And this is the hallmarks of a very, very good team. And let's see what Liverpool are made of here. As here is Joe Gomez. Gomez across to Konate. Konate goes long towards the left-hand side looking for Luis Diaz, and it's headed out of play by Ben White. It's going to be a throw-in midway inside the Arsenal half of the field, and it's taken quickly by Diaz. Diaz just throws the ball back to Virgil van Dijk, back in his own half of the field. And Van Dijk has slowed it down to a walking pace as he gives the ball back to Alisson, who's once again very, very far out. Gives the ball back to Van Dijk again. He gives the ball again back to Alisson. Alisson to Konate, as Liverpool just looking to calm take the pace out of the game, I think, Ross. It's Konate again, and is McAllister. Ooh, almost blocked the ball there. McAllister, he does find Gravenberg, and Gravenberg slips and the ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Liverpool's approach, Ross, seems to be to kind of take the heat out of the game right now.
It does, Paul, and I think that's what Liverpool probably want to do. They probably have to decide to try and take the heat out of the game, try and make it a little bit more difficult for Arsenal when they've got possession, and try and cause them a number of problems which he knows this side can do to teams, especially up near the top of the table in the Premier League. And we've not really seen that from Liverpool just yet. I'm wondering if they're missing Conor Bradley down that right-hand side. I know it seems weird to say that, we've only been a young kid, but he's been impressive in the last few matches. I think they're just maybe missing his quality in the final third and defensively so far in this game.
Well, we have 18 minutes gone here. It's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, Emirates Stadium. And this Arsenal crowd are jubilant at the current score right now. And of course, that's the one thing Liverpool didn't want to do, was to concede an early goal. And because this crowd now is well up for this. And here's Alisson. And he plays the ball to Ibrahima Konate midway inside the Liverpool half of the field. And it's now with McAllister. McAllister plays the ball forward to Jota, who drops the ball back to Ibrahima Konate. Here's McAllister. He gives the ball to Virgil van Dijk. And he again drops it back to Alisson, who's once again midway inside the Liverpool half of the field. And he gives it to Konate. Konate again drops it back. I'm really not seeing anything from Liverpool at the moment, and he plays the ball forward as Alisson. He's perhaps looking for Gakpo, and the ball goes back into the Liverpool half of the field, and it's going to be a free kick as McAllister goes down, and Liverpool now will get the option to have a free kick here. And it's taken quickly, goes out onto the right-hand side to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He tries to get the cross in, but it's a poor effort, and it goes through to David Raya. He releases the ball quickly. He gets it back there. And just looking for options available here is David Raya. He gives it to Declan Rice. And he gives the ball to Ben White, who plays the ball forward looking for Saka, the goal scorer. Saka goes down under the challenge from Virgil van Dijk, and it's going to be a free kick to the Gunners. We've hit 20 minutes here. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. You're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season. JB Sport, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. It's Odegaard. Odegaard gets a shot away, but it's blocked. JB Sport, Storm FM, Focus on Football. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at our Facebook page. And you can like our Twitter page at Commentary Live 1. And here now is Ben White inside the centre circle, just turning away there from Jones. And he gives the ball to Jorginho. Good ball to Odegaard here now. Martin Odegaard trying to get the ball to Martinelli again. And Saka coming into the penalty area one more time. He tries to get the cross in with Martinelli, but it's blocked by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it's going to be a throw-in down that left-hand side, level with the Liverpool penalty area. Martin Odegaard, so dangerous in those positions around the edge of the penalty area. We have a comment in the comment section. Our comment section, by the way, is football related only. We don't do any advertising, so if you could please refrain from doing that, that would be fantastic. If you want to comment, please feel free to do so, but let's keep it football related. And the ball is out of play. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal. And it's now, just as we take a look again at this error here that led to the Martin Odegaard chance, and he got the shot away. It was a good block by Virgil van Dijk as well. And 21 minutes gone. It's now with Kai Havertz. And it's across to William Saliba. Saliba plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel plays forward to Martin Odegaard, just over the halfway line. He just tries to get away from Virgil van Dijk. He attempted the pass to Kai Havertz, but McAllister now has it as he's intercepted. But Havertz wins it back, and it's 4-on-4 with Arsenal hurry. Here is Bukayo Saka. Gets into the penalty area, right-hand side. Bukayo Saka, tries to lift the ball back to Martin Odegaard, but Ryan Gravenberch intercepts on that, and Martin Odegaard fouls him. And it is out of play. Okay. So it's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. And it's a free kick taken quickly by Ibrahima Konate, and the ball is played to Curtis Jones. He gives it back to Virgil van Dijk. Jones, just looking for options available. He gives it to Joe Gomez. Gomez, down the left-hand side and over the halfway line now. Let's see what Liverpool can create. They really haven't created much in this game at all in the first half so far, Ross. Ibrahima Konate, I'll just get your thoughts on that in a moment. But here's McAllister, and he only gives the ball away. And Arsenal now breaking quickly as the ball is played forward to Martinelli, but good work by Ibrahima Konate. He gives it back to the goalkeeper. And Ross, Liverpool haven't created much in this first half.
No, and I think you've got to give credit to Arsenal for doing for that as well, Paul, because Arsenal are closing Liverpool down every time they've got the ball at the back. None of them getting through to the forward line of Gakpo, Diaz, and Jota. Or when they have got through there, they've defended really, really well. Arsenal have looked at how Liverpool play. Look how Liverpool let's get the ball into the front three virtually at all times, and stopping the supply lines getting through there, which is making it hard for Liverpool to come and have an attack.
I'll just interrupt you, Loss. Here's Luis Diaz inside the penalty area. He tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked. It finds Joe Gomez on the edge of the penalty area, given to Virgil van Dijk. And it's now with Curtis Jones. Jones plays it to Virgil van Dijk. And it's now with McAllister. It's good interception that time. And here's Jorginho for, Kai Havertz for Arsenal. And that'll be a yellow card to get away for that tackle. There was no attempt made to win the ball by Joe Gomez. And he goes into Anthony Taylor's notebook. Kai Havertz picked up the ball here. He was away from Gomez, and there was just no attempt. He just pulled him back, and that is a yellow card. Ross, sorry for interrupting you. If you want to finish your point.
I finished it just before the attack started, mate, so I've already got through my point there. But just on that Joe Gomez tackle, like I said, he was nowhere near getting the ball, and he could have no complaints there about picking up the yellow card.
Well, the free kick is taken quickly, and Arsenal now have the ball back in their own half of the field. Gabriel just miscued it for a moment. It's now with Saliba. Saliba tries to play the ball forward. It comes off Curtis Jones and breaks loose to Ben White, who plays the ball over the halfway line down the right-hand side, but there is nobody there. These two teams have met each other 241 times in all competitions, with Arsenal winning 82, Liverpool winning 95. And 64 draws. The first meeting between these two teams was on October the 28th, 1893, in League Division 2 at the old Manor Ground in Plumstead. 5,000 people watched Liverpool beat Arsenal 5-0 that day. News events of 1893 in May the 19th. Heavy rain washed as quick clay into the deep valley, killing 111 people in Norway. And on December the 5th, electric cars built at the Dixon Carriage Works in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, could go 15 miles between charges. Back to 2024, and it's going to be a goal kick as that throw-in just ends harmlessly out of play. Rich history between these two clubs, Ross. It's a 200th league meeting, but it's such a rich history between these two clubs, and a game I personally look forward to on the Football League calendar every year.
Yeah, it's always a good game between these two sides. earlier on in the season, Paul, I was looking earlier in the build up to this game. Arsenal had 13 shots in the 1-1 draw on December the 23rd, which is Arsenal's most in a Premier League game against Liverpool since January 2016. So from 2016 to 2023 to have that many chances in or shots in a game always proves to be a good game.
Well, we just watched the cross coming in there on the right-hand side by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Cody Gakpo gets on the end of that, but it goes harmlessly through to David Raya. And David Raya just releases the ball to William Saliba. Gives the ball to Ben White. Ben White plays the ball forward, and it's headed on by Bukayo Saka, but his header only finds Virgil van Dijk just inside his own half of the field. And Van Dijk just drops it back to Alisson. Alisson plays the ball forward there, and he gets it back. It's now with Virgil van Dijk again. And just over the halfway line is Joe Gomez now. He sprays it out to the right-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold in an advanced position for Liverpool. He gets the cross in, but it looks like that takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner to Liverpool. It is their first corner of the game as we approach in the 28th minute here at the Emirates Stadium. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. And the corner is going to be outswung probably by Trent Alexander-Arnold. McAllister lining up on the edge of the box. Virgil van Dijk there. Jota in there. Gakpo in there. There's a lot of threat in there for Liverpool. Arsenal are going to have to be very tight defensively. Virgil van Dijk outswings it. And going up for the header there is Van Dijk. And it loops over the crossbar and behind. As that's really the first element of pressure that Liverpool have put on the Arsenal defence in this first half. Arsenal's set up certainly making it difficult for Liverpool as David Raya takes it to the other side of the 6-yard box, much to the chagrin of the Liverpool players. And the goal kick is taken by Gabriel and given to David Raya, who plays it downfield. Russ, I've never understood why teams do that.
Neither do I, Paul, to be honest. I think with that, a lot of teams have started doing it now. So, as you know, was the Southampton game yesterday. Southampton were doing that quite a bit yesterday as well, and I was surprised by it, but I've been surprised because it's only coming to really this season. No, I've not seen many before in this season. To be honest, this is the first real season I've seen the teams start to do that. So I've always wondered why that is. I've never really found out.
Well, the ball is back now with Virgil van Dijk, and he gives the ball back to Alisson. Alisson clears the ball to Ibrahima Konate, and Konate drops it back to Alisson. Alisson to McAllister. Back to Ibrahima Konate. And Konate drops the ball again back to Alisson. Alisson almost at the centre circle here. Living dangerously at the moment, the playing goalkeeper. And he gives the ball to Virgil van Dijk again. He plays it to Curtis Jones. Jones lifts the ball up over the top, looking for Cody Gakpo, but that was read well by David Raya, who comes out to the edge of his 18-yard box to pick that ball up. And here is Ben White now, just flicks the ball away from Curtis Jones, but his pass looking for Bukayo Saka was comfortably intercepted by Gomez, but Anthony Taylor has just stopped the play, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Anthony Taylor from Wythenshawe, Greater Manchester, one of the Premier League's most experienced official. He's also a FIFA official as well. And the free kick is going to be taken by Ben White, just inside the Arsenal half of the field by about 6 yards. And he may go for the long one, Ben White. He's got options up there, like Kai Havertz, and Anthony Taylor is going over and showing a yellow card for the time wasting. And I'm not surprised that's happened, Ross, to be honest. That has been coming because Arsenal have been doing that since pretty much the moment the whistle has been blown.
Yeah, I saw them. I don't think they did it from the first whistle in the game. I've seen them do it from the first time since they opened the score, and that's the time when they've started doing it. I think when it was still 0-0, Arsenal were trying to get it forward quickly, trying to get Liverpool on the back foot very quickly. But since they've scored the goal, they're just taking the time to do it, Paul. And I've been a bit surprised that it's took to 31st minute for the first booking of this game. Also, I've done it since they scored the opening goal of the game on around about 17 minutes or so. So I think it's going to come a lot sooner. Whereas Liverpool, apart from when the referee stopped play to go and speak to someone, it's happened quite a bit of time from with Liverpool as well. But they've really gone with it so fairly quickly. A lot of teams do it because they're trying to look for an option to find a pass because they may look for an initial target and that gets cut off, and they may look for it a different way. So, and we just got sufficient play, guys. We're not really missing much. This is the watch of Anthony Taylor is stopped working, so he's had to get it fixed by Craig Pawson, the fourth official. Mikel Arteta has come across to have a word with him as well. But a lot of teams do it, folks, and trying to find an option, and a lot of referees don't take that into consideration. Remember earlier on in the season in the WSL, Alex Greenwood from Man City got sent off for a second bookable offence for that when she was just looking for an option. One option got cut off, so she changed, played the pass to a teammate as the referee come running towards her, so the second yellow card. And so I was a bit surprised that some people referees do that, especially if they're looking for options.
Right, well, here's Cody Gakpo down the right-hand side. Gakpo is just dispossessed by Zinchenko. And again, Gakpo wins the ball back now off Zinchenko. It's over by the corner flag. And Gakpo it's a real battle going on between Zinchenko and Gakpo, which Zinchenko wins that battle as it goes behind for a goal kick. And it is David Raya who once again moves it to the other corner of the 6-yard box. And if he's not careful, the referee's notebook's going to come out again. And it once again hands the ball to Gabriel, who just passes it back to him inside the 6-yard box. And it's cleared downfield by David Raya. And the header is won there by Konate. But he only finds Jorginho, slips the ball to Martinelli. And Zinchenko just turns away from Curtis Jones there, almost on the halfway line. He plays it to Declan Rice. And a foul by McAllister there. And that is on Jorginho. And Jorginho is down. He looks in a lot of pain there as McAllister caught Jorginho there. Let's just look at that again. Actually, it was Diogo Jota. It looks like he landed on the ball as well. It's might have. I'm not sure there was a huge deal in that. It looks like he wrapped his leg around Jorginho there, Ross.
Yeah, I don't think much in that, but I think the reason why he got injured because he landed on Ryan Gravenberch, and I think that was caused the injury. He's back on his feet.
And Jorginho this time laying a late challenge this time on Gravenberch. And it's going to be a throw-in to Liverpool. It's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, 35 minutes gone, and you're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. And don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. As the ball is played forward, looking to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli down the left-hand side, plays it into Havertz. Havertz gets a cross in, but that is comfortably plucked out the air by Alisson. And Arsenal still holding on here. Liverpool have had one or two chances since the equaliser, but Arsenal pretty much in control of this first half. And see, really a very poor cross by Havertz, but there was nobody in the penalty area anyway. Here's Curtis Jones. He plays the ball forward. Just being held, I felt there was Diogo Jota. And the ball goes back to David Raya. Raya gives the ball to Saliba. Saliba now midway inside his own half. Just looking for options available. And he gives the ball to Declan Rice. Declan Rice drops it back to Raya. Raya gives the ball to Gabriel inside his own 18-yard box. And he plays the ball forward there to Jorginho. Jorginho plays the ball off Trent Alexander-Arnold. It goes out for a throw-in just down that left-hand side for Liverpool, right for Arsenal. And it's going to be a throw-in to Zinchenko. It's almost level with his own penalty area. And Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. And it's taken by Zinchenko. He throws it over the head of Curtis Jones, and Kai Havertz flicks it into the air looking for Bukayo Saka. Bounces back to Odegaard, but he gives the ball away, and Van Dijk heads it back into the Arsenal half. Only as far as Gabriel, who gives the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli skips past Trent Alexander-Arnold. Coming forward now is Martinelli. Is he fouled that time by Konate? The referee says yes. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Konate protests his innocence, but I believe this was a free kick. And you'll see it here. He cuts across and shoves him over quite clearly there, Ross.
Yes, there's a free kick there, definitely a free kick. I don't understand why Konate is having a moaning there, because it was definitely a free kick. He pushed him over there, and if he didn't push him over, Martinelli was just going to run into trouble anyway, because Cody Gakpo got back to get in front of him. So I was surprised that decision happened there from a Liverpool perspective, should I say. From Arsenal's perspective, it was a good bit of play from Gabriel Martinelli to win that free kick.
And the free kick it's got Declan Rice and Odegaard over it. Odegaard takes it short to Martinelli. Martinelli back to Declan Rice, left-hand side, corner of the penalty area, launched in. It's headed out by Konate, but only as far as Gabriel with a shot. And making a save comfortably down to his right-hand side is Alisson. As that's really the first shot on goal by Arsenal since the goal. It's cleared by Alisson, and good work by Jorginho, just flicking the ball back to David Raya. And Jorginho just picks up the ball again, and he drops it back to Rice, midway inside his own half of the field. Rice looking for options available. Good ball down the left-hand side to Martinelli, who's been just about involved in everything for Arsenal so far. Great ball by Martinelli to Odegaard. Odegaard down to the corner of the penalty area, right-hand side to Saka. He swings the ball in. Ibrahim Konate gets a vital header in. Headed out by Gomez, only as far as Declan Rice, but it's blocked. And here's a chance for Havertz, but he's surely in an offside position. And Alisson just picks up the ball. And the referee will allow the game to go on, as we have got 7 minutes to go until half-time here. Here's Curtis Jones. He drops the ball back to Konate. Konate, midway inside his own half, gives the ball to Jones. Jones looking for options available over the halfway line. Instead, he drops it back to Joe Gomez. Back to Jones, who gives the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool once again choosing the slow, patient build-up. Here's Konate. Impressive setup by Arsenal, really making it hard for Liverpool. Here's Cody Gakpo. Gives the ball to Alexander-Arnold, who drops the ball back there to Ibrahim Konate. Down to Van Dijk. Van Dijk just slips the ball there to McAllister, and the ball is played forward there by Trent Alexander-Arnold, looking for Cody Gakpo again, who's lurking with intent, and now it almost breaks to Gravenberch, but it's cleared away by Alexander Zinchenko to Martinelli. And getting in there is McAllister. That's a good challenge. And it's the throw-in has been given to Liverpool. Martinelli feels the throw-in should have been given to Arsenal, but the official on that far side gives the throw-in to Liverpool. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk looking for options available. He goes back again to Alisson, as Liverpool once again will patiently build up from the back, but they've found it very difficult in breaking down this Arsenal rearguard. Van Dijk plays the ball over the halfway line to Jota. It's now with Gomez, who drops it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk, 5 minutes to go until half-time here. I suspect Mikel Arteta will be very pleased with his first half performance by Arsenal. Here's Ibrahim Konate. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz looking for options available. He finds Gakpo. Gakpo slips the ball to Gravenberch. He's got Trent Alexander-Arnold there. Gives it instead to Konate. Konate. It's now with Gakpo, who finds Diaz. That's really smart play by Liverpool. Diaz tries to play the ball into the middle. Well, Jota was there, but it was really a poor ball by Diaz, Ross.
There's a poor ball by Diaz. Poor ball. Well, Jota, but you saw Cody Gakpo going to the middle as Diaz went out wide then. I think he was trying to find Gakpo, and then we just got the direction one for Gakpo and didn't get enough on it to go across to Jota there. So I think they just need to work on the final ball, Liverpool, because they've not really seen much quality in the final third from both of these sides, especially after Arsenal took the lead. And even from Liverpool before Arsenal to the league. So I'm being a bit surprised with how Liverpool are playing this afternoon, and I'm wondering, like I mentioned earlier, if that's due to not having Conor Bradley in the side, which could make them a bit better, and not having more Salah in the team as well.
And ball is played to Kai Havertz down the left-hand side now for Arsenal. Havertz drops it back to Zinchenko. Oh, poor ball by Zinchenko, but Arsenal got lucky as it bounced off two Liverpool players. It's now back with Zinchenko, who gives the ball to Gabriel. Gabriel plays the ball down the left-hand side to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard has been very impressive in this first half. Tries to beat Ibrahima Konate, and just for once, Konate wins that battle. And now Liverpool can come forward. It's McAllister. He decides to go all the way back to Alisson. And here's Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk, you look at the stats here, 13 touches in Liverpool's box. Liverpool only have 4. Tells the story of this first half. Here's McAllister. Oh, that's a fine challenge there by Havertz. So at least it looked a good challenge, but Anthony Taylor has given a free kick. I wouldn't mind just looking at that again, because it looks like, I'll just see this again, it looked to me like a good challenge. No, perhaps not. He seemed to just touch the ball ahead there, did McAllister. And looks like he was just caught. Free kick there, Russ, I think.
Yeah, definitely a free kick there for me. Havertz can have no complaints. And he went down with his hands on his head as if he was asking why to Anthony Taylor, but you can't have any complaints there, Paul. There was a definite foul, and it was a definite free kick there for Liverpool as we come towards half time.
Trent Alexander-Arnold launches the ball into the penalty area. Diaz just tries to pull away, but that's good work actually by Gabriel, and he sets off Martinelli on his way. If Arsenal can hurry, they can get 4-on-4 here. Here's Havertz. Havertz goes down the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. He's already got 1 goal today. Saka back to the edge of the area to Rice. Back to Saka, who gives the ball to Odegaard and not able to get it, but Ben White recovers it. And he's able to find Rice. And now to Jorginho. Jorginho again. Just flicks the ball back to Odegaard. Arsenal pressing. Gives the ball to Ben White down the right-hand side. Ben White with a cross, and it's just flicked into the air by Konate. And it's tried to be headed down by Odegaard, but it's hacked away there by Gravenberch. And it goes up in the air. Diaz brings the ball down. Good work by him, but he goes down way too easily there. Arsenal play on with Gabriel. And it's now to Bukayo Saka down the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka holds the ball up well and gives it to Jorginho. Jorginho back to Odegaard. And back to Ben White. We're going to see how much stoppage time has been given by our 4th official, Craig Portman, today. It goes back into the Arsenal half of the field. Ben White is down, clutching his ankle. And it looks like that's going to be a free kick for Arsenal. Ben White still down. Let's just take a look at this. Ooh, nasty little challenge there by Luis Diaz on Ben White. That was very late, Ross.
Yes, very late. He knew what he was doing there. I'm surprised he's not being done there, Luis Diaz.
Well, Anthony Taylor's having a word with him, and Klopp is complaining to Craig Portman. Not sure exactly what for. I don't think anybody can have any complaints. We do have 3 minutes of stoppage time given by Craig Portman, our 4th official. And Arsenal will look to continue what they've done in this first half. And the ball is played long to Bukayo Saka down the right-hand side. He's able to keep it in, but he's only able to knock it out for a throw-in just by the corner flag down that right-hand side for Arsenal. It'll be a throw-in for Liverpool, and it's going to be taken by Joe Gomez. And to be honest with you, Arsenal have set up the rear guard so well that Liverpool have had great difficulty in breaking it down. And they've countered so well in this first half of Arsenal. And here's Odegaard now down the right-hand side, looking to get across. He flicks it to Bukayo Saka. Saka goes back to the edge of the area to Jorginho, into Havertz. And he tried to turn and get the shot away, but it was blocked. And it's cleared away now, but only as far as Gabriel. Gabriel only succeeds in giving it to Gravenberch. And now Cody Gakpo turns away from Gabriel, but his pass is comfortably picked up by Declan Rice. And the ball, Liverpool kept the ball in, and it was tried to be flicked forward by Trent Alexander-Arnold, but it was headed out of play by Declan Rice, and it's going to be a throw into Liverpool midway inside their own half of the field. Ross, let's have your first half assessment.
Yeah, I think it's been a really good first half. Both teams are trying to get the goals in. Arsenal didn't get the goal in on 40 minutes through Saturday. Since then, we've not really seen much in goal scoring from Arsenal. Liverpool don't think they've really threatened David Ray in the Arsenal goal. They haven't even had a shot on target in this first half, Liverpool. And that's what like Jurgen Klopp said. They normally have had at least one or two shots on target by now, by the half-time break, and they've not even had one yet. And that's just down to how well Arsenal have defended today. And credit to Mikel Arteta setting his side up the way he has and the way he's defended here. So I think, for me, Arsenal have defended really, really well, resolutely. And I think Liverpool have been very, very poor in the final third. And I'm wondering, I know I keep mentioning Paul, wondering whether they're missing the likes of Conor Bradley, Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez as well, whose threat and pace behind from Darwin Núñez can cause teams problems. I wonder if he'll come on at half time, or if not, how long before Klopp turns to fetch him on it in the second half.
And it's now picked up by Ryan Gravenbeck. He launches the ball forward to Diaz. And Diaz putting the defender under pressure. Brentford on its own. And Liverpool have equalised. Well, it's Luis Diaz that's claiming the goal. And now this. Well, I would like to have a look at that again just before I bring Ross in. It was very, very strange goal to concede for Arsenal, and honestly, you would have had to have looked at some great quality to have broken down that Arsenal defence. But just looking at this again, it seemed to come out of nowhere. Ryan Gravenberch lifted the ball over to Diaz. Diaz got into the penalty area, was challenging Ben White. It broke loose, and it may well go down as a Gabriel own goal. Ross, your thoughts on this?
Yes, for me, Paul, brilliant ball over the top from Gravenberch into Diaz. He does well to hold off Saliba. Shot comes across. Takes Gabriel. He's going across the face of the goal from Diaz's effort. He's not going towards goal. He's pushed across goal. He comes off Gabriel's hand and into the back of the net. So if that hadn't done any, it would have been a penalty to Liverpool on the stroke of half time. But instead, it's a goal, and Liverpool are right back in this. Which is a poor goal from Arsenal's perspective, and especially want to concede right on the stroke of half time.
Yes, it's a very bad time for the Gunners to concede as the referee blows for half time. It is half time at the Emirates Stadium. A goal on 14 minutes by Bukayo Saka, and then an own goal by Gabriel on 48 minutes is the difference at half time. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with you for the second half. It's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1. Welcome back for the start of the second half. Arsenal making a substitution. Alexander Zinchenko has been replaced by Jakub Kiwior. Interesting one, that, Russ. He seemed to have done all right in the first half, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he did very, very well in that first half. I'm surprised he's took him off. Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't see an injury in that. So I'm wondering whether it was a potential injury that he got, which is why he took him off, or something else. Because I didn't notice an injury there, so I'm surprised that Kyrgios off. Maybe they
Here's
think
Luis
Kyrgios is
Diaz
going
now.
to.
Sorry, Ross. Here's Luis Diaz. Gets the shot away. It's blocked by Ben White. Sorry, Ross. Just had a chance in the penalty area there for Luis Diaz. Here is McAllister. McAllister gets a shot away, and it whistles past Reyes' right hand. Oh, sorry. Carry on with the point, Ross.
Yeah, maybe maybe thinks Kyrgios can handle the Liverpool attackers better than than what Zinchenko did. But I'm not sure if he can, to be honest. But we'll have to wait to see whether this one is who justifies substitution. I just see that McAllister shot just that's a wide. Unlucky there from McAllister. Good effort from the Liverpool man.
So I'll just run through your lineups now. For Arsenal, David Raya, Zinchenko is now off. So it's David Raya, Kiwior, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Havertz and Saka. Liverpool, it's as they started. Alisson, Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate, Alexander-Arnold, Jones, McAllister, Gravenberch, Diaz, Gakpo and Jota. As Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our left in the second half. And it's now with Van Dijk, who plays the ball across to Ibrahim Konate. He just heads it down there for Cody Gakpo. It's dropped back there to McAllister, and it's now played long by Jones. And here is Diaz in the penalty area. Diaz plays the ball across. It just goes behind the two front men that was looking for the ball. One of them was Jota. It comes back to Alexander-Arnold. He crosses the ball in and headed out by Gabriel and helped on its way by Martinelli. And now, can Martinelli get ahead of Konate? No, that's good work by the central defender for Liverpool. We've had a comment in the comment section. Mike said we can't allow this to become an open game as that will suit Liverpool. I definitely agree with you there, Mike. And here on the ball is Jones, and Jones gives the ball to Van Dijk. Van Dijk across to Gomez. Gomez back to Van Dijk, midway inside the Liverpool half of the field. He gives it to Gomez. The ball is played forward here, and it's McAllister again. McAllister looking for options. He's got Jones overlapping. Plays the ball to Diaz. Diaz back to Jones. Left-hand side for Liverpool. Jones cuts into the penalty area. Gets the shot away, and it just whistles by the left-hand post of David Raya as Liverpool are getting closer and closer. Ross, how close was that for Curtis Jones and Liverpool?
Very, very close. It's good curling effort there from Curtis Jones, as we just see again here now. Fantastic effort, just curls away at the last minute, and very unlucky that he just continued bending and just gone a long way there. And Mike says you can see that from the opening minutes of the half already. And yeah, Liverpool He's been coming in open games so far. Liverpool having chances, Liverpool having chances. And it's also Liverpool, especially because Arsenal will need to push on to try and get the noses back in front, which will suit Liverpool because they can catch Arsenal on the counter-attack. If Liverpool get the next goal, it could potentially suit. That will also suit Arsenal for the exact same. Still Liverpool from the exact same reason. But if Arsenal get the next goal, still Arsenal more because Liverpool have to push to try and get the second goal.
And it's the ball has now been won back by Gabriel. He gives it to Odegaard, midway inside his own half of the field. Odegaard plays the ball down the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Saka gives the ball back to Odegaard. Odegaard has got 4 Liverpool players around him, but he finds Bukayo Saka. That's a good ball by Bukayo. Oh, well, it's actually over the head of Martinelli. He was looking for Martinelli down the left-hand side, and Bukayo Saka is very, very frustrated with that ball, and equally so is Mikel Arteta. He will not be happy seeing Liverpool getting back on parity. They definitely, at least in my opinion, Ross, based on the first half action, they got it. Okay, there was a lot of fortune to it, but certainly most of the chances fell to Arsenal in that first half.
They did, Paul, and Arsenal have been kicking themselves going into half time. So will Mikel Arteta be. Probably had stern words with the Arsenal backline for allowing Liverpool back into the game instead of, like Mike said earlier, seeing the game out until the end of the first half, because Liverpool hadn't really threatened anything in the first half, and like I said earlier, he said last few seconds of the half, just smash
And
it
here goes
out.
Kai Havertz into the penalty area. Kai Havertz, it's a good interception there by Ibrahim Konate. It was down the left-hand side, but Kai Havertz just got in to the penalty area there. And sorry, Ross, finish your point.
The man was saying to smash it out for a throw, regroup and see it out, and that's what I thought Arsenal would have probably done in that situation, but they were left too much space for Liverpool to attack and get behind.
All right, so the ball is with Kiwior. Kiwior down the left-hand side, gives it to Martinelli. Gets to the corner of the penalty area, left-hand side does Martinelli. He's got two Liverpool players around it, and he drops it back to Kiwior. It's now with Declan Rice. Declan Rice goes down the left-hand side himself, and again he gives it back to Kiwior. Kiwior just drops it to Gabriel. Gabriel to Jorginho. Good ball by Jorginho to Odegaard. Odegaard into the penalty area, gives it to Bukayo Saka, but Bukayo Saka just loses control of the possession, and the linesman's flag goes up, and it's going to be a free kick for offside to Liverpool. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services, and Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season: JB Sports, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And here's Jorginho. Jorginho gives the ball to Havertz, and it's now with Jorginho again, and he gives the ball to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Jorginho. Good ball by Jorginho, finds Havertz, and Odegaard now edge of the area, gets a shot, and it doesn't. Just deflection of Ibrahim Konate, and just goes the wrong side of the post as far as Arsenal are concerned. But that was very nearly 2-1 to the Gunners. Well, Liverpool need to be more careful with Martin Odegaard. He's well renowned for getting these impressive efforts from the edge of the area, and Ibrahim Konate just got in the way of that. So it's going to be a corner for Liverpool. We'll get Russ's thoughts in a moment, but we just want to see this corner first. And it's going to be taken I would say it's going to be taken by Declan Rice. Yes, Rice, he swings the ball in, and it goes into that 6-yard box. It's headed up into the air. Liverpool just struggling clearing it at the moment. Declan Rice clears it, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to going to go to Arsenal, as Liverpool readying Harvey Elliott. Action on that Liverpool bench. Harvey Elliott looking ready to come on right now, and also
Andy Robertson's coming on as well, Paul,
and Darwin Núñez as well. So Liverpool preparing a triple substitution, and Jacob Kiwior will take it, and he's just stealing some yards at the moment, and he throws the ball long, looking for Jorginho, but that was one back that time. But the ball has been given away to Arsenal again, and now it's won back by Curtis Jones. It's very scrappy in the middle of the park there. And there's Diogo Jota, gives the ball to Gomez. And it's now with Luis Diaz, just inside his own half. Tries to play the ball forward. Diaz plays it now to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold launches it in towards the back post. Over there on the far side is Gravenberch. It's swung in, and the head's cleared. It comes back to the edge of the area. And it's now again with Konate, as Liverpool readying Darwin Núñez. So that's going to add some extra bite to the Liverpool defence, and that is a free kick to Liverpool as Odegaard fouls McAllister. And the free kick is midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Konate just gives the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it's to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz down the left-hand side. Diaz pulls the ball back to Jota. Jota gives the ball here to Jones. Jones edge of the area, corner on the right-hand side. And it's won back by Arsenal as Bukayo Saka clears the ball long. Chasing this one is Kai Havertz is he brought down there. The referee said yes, and a yellow card brandished there. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal as Konate goes into the referee's notebook. He was handling Kai Havertz there. He wasn't really making any attempt to win the ball. And I think that decision was definitely the correct one by Anthony Taylor. So
I think it is as well, Paul. And for me, Paul, it's lucky that Van Dijk was on the cover there, Konate, because that could have easily have been, like, Havertz would have been through on goal otherwise. So it's a good job Van Dijk was there as well, which to save his teammate being shown a red card there.
So the free kick is going to be taken. We got 4 Arsenal players around it: Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Jorginho, and Gabriel. Now Jorginho has moved away, and so has Gabriel. That leaves Odegaard and Rice. I think this one sits. It's really a little far out for a shot. I think either Declan Rice or Martin Odegaard are going to launch this one into the penalty area. High line by Liverpool on the edge of the 18-yard box, and Martin Odegaard standing over this one. He's going to launch it in, and the header is on there by Gabriel, but he directs it just wide. Only half a chance really from Gabriel. It would have taken a special header to have beaten Alisson from there. But another chance does bypass Arsenal, Ross.
Yeah, 3 headers from Gabriel again. He made it fantastic enough for Konate, who just couldn't get his header correctly. I think he was trying to head it back across goal for someone to run on to, but it was a definite chance there for Arsenal. The yellow card goes to the Arsenal centre-back there. I think that's Gabriel who's going into the book, following Gakpo it is. And I'm just looking at this again, Paul. As the ball comes across to Gakpo, arm across his face there, definitely yellow card from Gabriel there.
Free kick to Liverpool, and it's a good 35 yards out. And Gabriel, who picked up that yellow card, is just organising it now. The substitutes are coming up. Darwin Núñez is coming on, and also Elliott and Andrew Robertson. So, and we're just going to see who's coming off here. So, Núñez, Robertson, and Elliott, and coming off is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is one of them.
Cody Gakpo is another Paul. I've just noticed his number on the board.
And also Ryan Gravenberch. So it's Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ryan Gravenberch, and Cody Gakpo off. Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, and Andy Robertson are on for the Reds, and this will certainly give them an extra dimension up front, as Darwin Núñez really is in a rich vein of form. In all competitions, 11 goals and 11 assists. Arsenal will have to be very, very wary of him. The free kick is going to be taken by McAllister. It's lifted into the penalty area. Up go the heads. It comes off Declan Rice last, and just helped out of play by Ben White for a throw in about 3 or 4 yards from the corner flag down the left-hand side for Liverpool. And that throw in is taken quickly. And it's now with Andy Robertson. Just plays the ball there to Jones. And the cross is swung in by Diaz, and it goes all the way through to Gomez, who tries to get the cross in, but that's blocked by Jacob Kiwior, as Gomez has now switched to the right-hand side for Liverpool, allowing Andy Robertson on the left. Going to be a corner for Liverpool. And as they line up the 6-yard box, Darwin Núñez in there, of course, Diaz, Konate, Virgil van Dijk, all waiting on the edge of the penalty area.
McAllister on the edge as well, Paul. McAllister's working on the edge as well, Paul, for potential knock down to the edge of the box, which is a good play.
In from Robertson, and it's just headed away by Havertz, and Jorginho just tries to clear the ball, and it goes out of play off the number 20, Diogo Jota. Down there at the moment is Bukayo Saka, and he's just he looks dazed there at concussion protocols as well. It looks like he clashed with Darwin Núñez there as well, and then went off his own player. So how do you assess the start of the second half for Arsenal, Ross?
I think they've started very, very slowly, not as vibrant or as aggressive on the front foot in this second half. I think in the second half they're allowing and respecting Liverpool too much, and they've not really caused them a number of problems. Liverpool have looked the better of the two sides of the opening second half, and it's not what Mikel Arteta would have wanted to see here. So I'm just very surprised to see Arsenal come out and start like this. I'm not sure whether it's down to a tactical decision or the decision to take off Zinchenko.
Here's Bukayo Saka, edge of the area. Saka gets the shot away, but it's actually quite far wide. I just wonder if that took a deflection. As Arsenal once again quickly on the break here. It was picked up by Declan Rice in the midfield. Sprayed the ball down the right-hand side to Saka. Saka got the shot away. And I just wonder if that just took a deflection off Darwin Núñez. And we're just going to see in a moment whether they've given a corner. Actually, it doesn't look like it. It looks like that. Oh, no, it has. Declan Rice has got the corner here for Arsenal. And he's going to take that down the left-hand side. And it's going to be swung into that 6-yard box again. And Alisson just gets a touch on it. And I'm not sure he really knew where it was. But it might have come off Kai Havertz last. As that ball was swung into the middle, right under the crossbar. And Alisson definitely had to be on his feet there, Ross.
He did, Paul. Had to be on his toes there. And had to be alert for following that ball into the box. And also causing a few problems inside the penalty area now from set pieces, which they've not done all game.
And it's cleared downfield, and it finds Diogo Jota in a lot of space for Liverpool. And the break is on now for Diogo Jota. He gives the ball to Diaz with a shot, but it's right into the arms of David Raya, who quickly releases it. And now it's Arsenal on the break, as we've got end-to-end football here at the Emirates. And it's just won by Ibrahima Konate, and he gives the ball to Joe Gomez. Here's Harvey Elliott over the halfway line now for Liverpool. He's got Martinelli and Kiwior around him. Good tackle by Jakub Kiwior. And he finds Martin Odegaard, who drops it back to Declan Rice. Rice gives the ball to Ben White, as Arsenal just slowing the pace down now. Jorginho just drops it there back to William Saliba. It's now with Kiwior. Oh, he just tries to play the ball forward. He was looking for Martinelli, but that ball went out of play. Disappointing for Jakub Kiwior, as we take a look at Jurgen Klopp, who will be happy with a draw. Of course, a draw does suit Manchester City as they go into their game against Brentford tomorrow. And I got to say that Arsenal, if they want to stay in this title hunt, really need the victory today. And Declan Rice just heads it down for... he was looking for Jorginho, and now Martinelli plays the pass for Havertz. Havertz gets into the penalty area. He goes down under Diogo Jota's challenge. Immediately it's waved off by Anthony Taylor, and he couldn't have been any closer, could he? It's here is Declan Rice again, and it's now with Jorginho one more time. He plays the ball to Odegaard, and it's flicked off out of play off the Liverpool player. McAllister is still down. Will Anthony Taylor allow the official back on? Your thoughts on that challenge on Havertz, Russ?
I didn't think it was a penalty for me, Paul. I think I'm just looking at this again on this replay. It was Alexis McAllister who made the challenge, and for me, that's not a penalty. You see him going to the box here. As soon as he knows the ball's away from him, he puts his foot behind the foot of Alexis McAllister to try and make him make contact. He doesn't. He makes contact with the ball, McAllister. And for me, Paul, that's not a penalty.
Well, is it being reviewed by VAR? The referee had stopped play. Yes, it is being reviewed by VAR, and I think it's a penalty, Ross. And I'll tell you why I think it's a penalty, because he makes contact with the back of the leg of Kai Havertz first. I actually think that's a penalty, but that's just my opinion for what it's worth. The official, it was being looked at by VAR, but at the moment, now Jorginho is getting a warning off Anthony Taylor to keep quiet. The referee had determined immediately. I don't know if it's enough to call it clear and obvious. That's the thing. And it looks like it is no penalty, as the throw-in is about to be taken now. But for me, he makes contact with the back of Havertz's leg first, and that would mean that would be a foul and therefore a penalty. But to be honest with you, VAR have determined that there's just not enough clear and obviousness in that for it to be given as a penalty, and Alisson now has the ball inside his own 18-yard box. And he
Yeah, and
clears
Paul,
it
like
right-footed.
you just said there, you thought it was a penalty there. I didn't think so. So he's probably like that in the VAR. And one thought he was, one thought he wasn't. So he's not clear enough, so they didn't give it.
And here's David Raya now. He gets the ball back off Declan Rice. He plays it downfield, right-footed. It's a poor ball there by Jorginho. And the ball goes out of play for an Arsenal throw-in, almost level with the halfway line now. As we look at Gabriel Jesus, who misses out completely today because of an ankle injury picked up in the middle of the week against Nottingham Forest. And here is Gabriel. Gabriel gives it to William Saliba. And Saliba is almost dispossessed there by the challenging Diogo Jota. And Arsenal need to be very careful. This once solid defence in the first half seems to look a little bit more brittle at the moment. Mike said not a penalty for him either. And here's Jorginho. Jorginho picks up the ball and plays it across to Ben White. To Saliba, who gives the ball to Ben White. And he gives the ball to Jorginho on the edge of the 18-yard box. Mike says Havertz needs to be stronger. Well, that's a fair point. Havertz does tend to go down very easy under these sort of challenges. And Gabriel now has the ball, and he plays the ball long. He's looking for Martinelli, and Van Dijk allows it to bounce, which is always dangerous. And he scored! I'll take the lead from a dreadful error from Alisson. Alisson came out and completely missed it, and it fell at the feet of Gabriel Martinelli. And now this. I call an early Christmas present or a late Christmas present, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yes, and what a mistake it was by the Liverpool defence. First Virgil van Dijk and then Alisson as well. What are both of those players doing there? Either one of them's got to clear it or leave it for the other, and they did neither. Ball over the top. Alexander Arnold should have been heading this back to his goalkeeper. He tried. Alisson comes out and misses the ball completely, which just then leaves Gabriel Martinelli with a simple of tap-ins to put it into the back of the net and give Arsenal the lead. Liverpool will probably complain that it potentially could have been a foul on Van Dijk. Nothing in that for me, just a shoulder charge into the back. Nothing wrong with that for me. Martinelli has its and Arsenal back in the lead in this game, and now they really need to put Liverpool to bed if they are to get anything out of this game. Because Liverpool, as we know, with Darwin Núñez down on the field, are capable of scoring goals.
Well, I can tell you Jurgen Klopp will not be pleased with that. That is a what happened next on the question of sport moment. Because that really was sloppy by both Virgil van Dijk and Alisson. And here's Darwin Núñez now for Liverpool down the right-hand side. Darwin Núñez tries to get the cross in. Now Arsenal have to weather the storm that will be coming from Liverpool now for sure. But Harvey Elliott has the ball. Just getting on his feet is Diogo Jota. He gives it now to McAllister, does Elliott. McAllister just drops it back to Ibrahim Konate. Arsenal's chances in the title really depend on the next 22 minutes. And it's with now Virgil van Dijk just inside his own half. He gives the ball to Konate. Konate slips the ball to McAllister. McAllister is not being closed down quickly enough. McAllister with the shot. And it goes wide of David Raya's left-hand post as Arsenal stood off there. Pretty dangerous play by the Gunners that time.
It was Paul, yes, and you don't allow a player of McAllister's quality and calibre to pick up the ball and run unchallenged and allow him to have a shot at goal. And if that had gone in, Arsenal could only have themselves to blame because they didn't close him down quick enough, and that's what they should have been doing there. As the Arsenal fans, away to our right-hand side, away to our left-hand side, across to the far side, and this near stand as well, jumping for joy now.
Gabriel Martinelli crosses the ball into the box and hooked into the penalty area then by Jorginho. as Jacob Kiwior has picked up a yellow card, not quite sure what for, but here's Bukayo Saka again, inside the penalty area, right-hand side. Bukayo Saka back to Odegaard. Can Odegaard turn and shoot? He might be able to, Martin Odegaard there. No, he drops it back to Jorginho. Back to Bukayo Saka. Gets into the penalty area, Saka, he tries to cross the ball in, and Virgil van Dijk knocks it out for a throw-in. And all of a sudden, Liverpool looking very vulnerable right now. So throw-in is going to be taken by Arsenal. It's about 6 yards from the corner flag. 20 minutes to go here. And it's dropped to Bukayo Saka in the penalty area, but Liverpool will have the chance now to clear the ball away. And bringing the ball down and under control is Darwin Núñez. He's so strong on the ball as a Uruguayan. Good ball there as well to Luis Diaz, but it runs the ball out of play. As we look at the pass from Harvey Elliott, and this was a challenge by Kiwior that got him booked for the foul on Diogo Jota. And it's now with Gomez. Gomez back to Konate and back to Alisson. Ross, Liverpool now have got 20 minutes to pull this back.
They have, Poland, but this would be a massive result, not just for Arsenal, but in the Premier League title race. It would also open up the points for Man City to go within 2 points of Liverpool if they should win tomorrow night against Brentford. But this game here now, Liverpool need to find something in the next 90 minutes or so to get anything out of this game, because otherwise Arsenal and Man City will be breathing down their necks should Man City win tomorrow night.
And the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool, and it's taken quickly. Harvey Elliott now has it, as it's dropped back to McAllister midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Here's Van Dijk, and he gives the ball there. The centre circle is Ibrahima Konate. He gives the ball to Harvey Elliott now. Elliott played the ball across there to Van Dijk, and Van Dijk goes out on the far side here to Luis Diaz, who seems to have switched down the left-hand side now. He gives it to Robertson, and it's played across there now to Diaz. Diaz gives the ball back to Virgil van Dijk. And the ball is played into the penalty area, looking for Robertson down that left-hand side. But good work and good defending there by Bukayo Saka, who's back helping out that Arsenal defence. Good work by him today. He's had a splendid game today, Bukayo Saka. And the ball is now with Virgil van Dijk. And it's just picked up there down that left-hand side. And here is Van Dijk, who gives the ball to Konate. And it's now to Joe Gomez. And now it's with Jota. Back to Konate. Back to Jota. Midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Picked up by Robertson. Back to Konate. Konate forward to McAllister, who's under pressure from Odegaard. He drops it back to Van Dijk. And it's across over to Luis Diaz. Diaz just trying to get away there. He cuts inside, does Diaz. And Curtis Jones tries to just help him out there, and he sends the ball back to McAllister. McAllister back to Konate. Konate to Harvey Elliott down the right-hand side. He hands it off to Gomez, but that's a good challenge by Jacob Kiwior. And it's going to be a throw-in to Liverpool about almost level with the Arsenal 6-yard box. We're going to see a substitution for Arsenal now. Gabriel Martinelli, who Mike says has been excellent, and I quite agree, is the one to go off now to replace Leandro Trossard. I don't know Mike's thoughts on that. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that. I think Martinelli really has been excellent today, and the game is still in the balance right now, but the substitution is made nevertheless.
I'm surprised Martinelli's gone off, to be fair. Because like Mike said, he's been really good today. Him and Saka's been really good on the wings. I'm surprised he's changed one of the wings. I would have probably thought maybe took off a midfielder to fetch him on, probably Jorginho, but I'm just wondering if he didn't want to do that.
Okay, so the ball is now played long over to the left-hand side, and chasing this one down is Trossard, but he's not going to get anywhere near that. Long ball by Declan Rice, but Trossard was never going to reach that one. It goes out of play for a throw into Liverpool. And in about 10 to 15 minutes time, you will need to be picking your player of the match, Russ. Lots of options available. And the ball goes out of play, this time off Jorginho, and it's going to be a throw in to Liverpool, as we have another comment in the comment section. Mike said I'd have taken Havertz instead and put Gabby through the middle. That's probably not a bad shout, because he really has been very, very good today as Martinelli, for sure. And here's Declan Rice. He plays the ball across there to Ben White. It's picked up by Odegaard. He's just trying to get away from Virgil van Dijk, but Van Dijk wins the battle of that duel, and it's played forward now to Curtis Jones. Over to Robertson. Robertson to Diaz. Diaz cutting across the middle of the park now. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Let's see who he's looking for. He there finds Harvey Elliott. And it's now with McAllister. McAllister lifts it into the penalty area, but that is a good header out by Ben White. As far as Harvey Elliott. And it's now with McAllister. And McAllister plays the ball down the right-hand side. It goes to Gomez. Gomez tries to get a quick cross in, but Jakub Kiwior gets across, making the defensive interception and gives away the corner. And it's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. We have 14 minutes to go here, as Liverpool will now begin to pile on the pressure. It's going over to take the corner. On that far side is Andrew Robertson. And Mike says on left, Arteta is going to bring Eddie Nketiah on top shortly. That's definitely a possibility. The corner is going to be swung in now by Andrew Robertson. It's swung in and just headed away that time by Havertz to the edge of the area. Oh, and it's a shot by McAllister. He came so close there. He just whistles past the left-hand post as David Raya was scrambling across for that volley from McAllister. He definitely saw it late, and you know if that was on target, Ross, that could have been 2-2.
It could have been, Paul. Fantastic effort from McAllister. And if Darwin Núñez had just got a flick of the back of his heel there, that could have made it awkward for David Raya in the end there. And when you mentioned about the player of the match earlier, I just want to mention a couple of players who were up there for me in terms of being impressive in this game today. Two of them have been mentioned by Mike in Saka and Martinelli. Another one who's looked good for me today for Arsenal is Ben White, another fantastic performance from the back. I think Declan Rice started off slow, but has grown into the game as well. Odegaard's looked impressive too. So as you mentioned, Paul, there's a number of players. Then I've just named a number of the Arsenal players there as well. And I think since he's come on the field, I know we're both surprised at the substitution at half time. I think Jakub Kiwior has done well since he's coming at half time.
Well, looks like Reece Nelson is warming up, and this is bad news for Arsenal as Bukayo Saka is going off. And Bukayo Saka looks in a great deal of pain, and he looks very upset. And we obviously hope that Bukayo Saka recovers very, very quickly. I hope it's just more or less an impact injury rather than anything more serious. He does seem to be going off now. Reece Nelson is readying himself to come on, so I'm just wondering if that is going to be the change that is going to be made, as Bukayo Saka is off very gingerly. And it is. Bukayo Saka comes off for Reece Nelson, and we just hope that that's nothing serious for Bukayo Saka. And we have 12 minutes to go, so I will just complete my marketing duties. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season. JB Sports, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. That's that done for another week, and the ball goes out of play. And looks like it may have come off Jorginho as he discusses it now with Darwin Núñez. And it's going to be a throw-in, in fact, to Arsenal. Jakub Kiwior is going to take this throw-in midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Right in front of Jurgen Klopp. Throw-in is taken long, and it's won by the header by Konate, but once again headed forward by Declan Rice, looking for Reece Nelson. who is on for Bukayo Saka, and that throw-in is taken quickly, and Reece Nelson now has the ball down the left-hand side. Oh, he's just trying to get ahead of Konate. Is he alleged to have fouled Reece Nelson? The referee says no. It didn't look much in it for me, Ross, either.
No, nothing in that for me, but Paul, well, he's given a throw because the ball was going to have to play before that challenge even happened there, so that's why he's brought the play, blown the whistle to break up the play. If I can get my teeth back in to say the words I wanted to say there.
And it's back with Alisson now, who's going to be ruining that mistake along with Virgil van Dijk. It's certainly one you wouldn't expect of two such experienced and world-class players. But it has happened, and it's let Arsenal right back into this game.
Yeah, and he's definitely one that both of the players never want to see again. Probably not tonight, or probably not even in the future.
And it's Joe Gomez now who's going to take the throw-in midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. And he gives the ball to McAllister, and he gets the ball back off Gomez. And it's Ibrahim Konate who slips the ball to Curtis Jones. Jones moves across the middle of the park and plays it across to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk drops the ball to McAllister. McAllister just sidesteps it back to Konate, and he gets it back in a quick 1-2 between the two. And he gives it to Joe Gomez. Gomez launches the ball forward. Dealing with that, though, is Gabriel, but he only gets it as far as Harvey Elliott. And Elliott just knocks it down that right-hand side to Gomez. Elliott gets the ball back. He gives the ball to Curtis Jones. Moves into the middle of the park, midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. Here is Virgil van Dijk. He gives it to Ibrahim Konate. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to McAllister again. Corner of the penalty area. Right-hand side, McAllister tries the shot, but that is a comfortable save for David Raya. I just wonder, Russ, if he was caught between the cross and the shot there.
I think he might have been, Paul. It wasn't for me when he had the possession there. I think he was looking to say, is there a shot on here, or is it better to cross? And then ended up doing neither, in my opinion. Just hitting up and he just went into the arms of Raya in the end. So for me, I think he was looking which one he was, and he wasn't sure.
Here's Havertz, corner of the penalty area, and it's back with Kyria, and Arsenal go all the way back in a pretty decent position, corner of the penalty area there. Sorry, Ross, finish your point.
Yeah, I think he was just deciding what to do there, and in the end he didn't neither, and he's probably still trying to work out what he wants to do there after it happened.
Here's Harvey Elliott now for Liverpool, and Elliott just pulls himself back into the middle of the park. And Harvey Elliott again down the right-hand side, gives the ball to Joe Gomez. Gomez just trying to get to the byline to get the cross in, but that is good defending once again for Jakub Kyria. And just quickly, Ross, he's really done very, very well since he's come on in the second half.
He has, Paul, yes, and I've been very impressed with him. I said he's up there in the player of the match stakes, especially his second half performance. And I was saying, Paul, both me and you questioned why he came on at half time. But he has proven why he's come on at half time. He's effective player in both boxes.
Corner to be taken by Robertson. It's outswung again and headed out this time by Gabriel. He finds Trossard. Trossard just brings the ball down, gives it to Martin Odegaard, who dropped it back to Saliba, gives it to Gabriel. Gabriel plays the ball forward. Nice little pass to Odegaard, who just laid the ball off. And now on the right-hand side, it is Kai Havertz. Drop back to Declan Rice, back to Reece Nelson. Nelson just dropped the ball back into the centre circle as Arsenal slow the game down again. It's game management for them right now. And the ball is played down to the right-hand side again to Havertz. And there's Odegaard. Odegaard lifts the ball in the middle and a free header. Oh, for Jakub Kyria, a free header. And, I wonder whether Arsenal are going to rue that chance because he's definitely onside. He's being played on by Virgil van Dijk, and what a chance for us. Just a moment, here's Darwin Núñez. Núñez gets the shot away, but it goes well wide. Disappointed for Darwin Núñez, but what a chance for Kyria there.
Yeah, what a chance for Jakub Kyria to put Arsenal 3-1 in the lead, and then with Tim header he was, and then Darwin Núñez down the other end, latched a shot instead of trying to pick out a teammate in there, and it just went wide, and it was a He was unlucky with the effort there, Darwin Núñez, but he should have probably tried picking out a teammate. But Eko Kiwior be kicking himself if that chance comes back to bite him and Arsenal.
Well, Thiago has just come on for Liverpool, and Joe Gomez is his replacement. And Thiago is on the field right now. And another comment in the comment section. Tom Payton, happy weekend, guys. Do you think JB will be pleased with the Burnley draw, and should company be shipped out? To be honest with you, I don't believe company should be shipped out. But yes, I was doing the CodeCom with JB on the Burnley and Fulham game yesterday, and I could tell you he was delighted with the draw. And it's a foul by Darwin Núñez, and it's going to be a free kick. In a couple of minutes' time, I'll be asking Ross for his player of the match. At the moment, with 5 minutes to go, just perhaps a little bit early yet, as Liverpool have threatened to equalise. And it's Alisson that is going to take, David Raya that's going to take this free kick for Arsenal. Midway inside the Arsenal half of the field. He's going to go long here, David Reyes, and he tries to go down the left-hand side looking for Havertz. Havertz heads the ball down and just keeping it in play is Trossard under pressure. He plays the ball off Harvey Elliott and it goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. It's Kai Havertz. You have to say that Mikel Arteta, if they hold on to this, will be absolutely delighted with this result, and it will conclude the season series between these two sides. They've met each other 3 times this season, of course, twice in the league and once in the FA Cup. A draw at Anfield in the league, a victory for Arsenal here, and of course a victory for Liverpool in the FA Cup here as well. So it finishes pretty much all tied. Here's Andrew Robertson, gives the ball there to Thiago, and Thiago drops it back to Van Dijk. And here's Thiago again. Midway inside his own half, he gives the ball to Konate. Thiago, very dangerous and very creative within the midfield, and perhaps, Ross, that's what Liverpool have lacked in this second half.
They've lacked a bit of creativity, Liverpool, in this second half. They've not really got the more creative players onto the ball much. McAllister's a creative player. Gakpo was when he was on the field as well. Yota's a creative player. Diaz is a creative player. They've not really got those into the game as much, and I think that's what Liverpool's lacked, especially in the final third.
And it's now with Harvey Elliott. Elliott just plays the ball there to Jota. Gets it back, Elliott. Cutting towards the middle, Elliott. He gets a cross in. Oh, that's a fine header out at that time by Gabriel. Oh, a clattering challenge by Konate. No, is it Konate? Oh, because... No, it's not. Oh, it is. It's Konate. It's a second yellow. And Ibrahim Konate is off the field. It's a red card. And he can't argue. Surely he can't argue with that. He went clattering into the Arsenal player, and off he marches. Of course, there can be no VAR because it's a second yellow. Let's just take a look at this again. He went clattering into Havertz there. Hand up, blocked him, no attempt to win the ball. Second yellow, and he is off. As Mike says, this is where we need to stay switched on, nothing stupid, and no gifting Liverpool an equaliser. Well, Liverpool have just made it much tougher for themselves, Ross.
They have, Paul, and Konate is very, very stupid to do that, especially when he's already on a yellow card. I've got no idea what he was thinking there, Ibrahim Konate, in the end, for me. So, he's got no complaints, and Klopp, if he's got any complaints, Jurgen Klopp, he should take them up with Ibrahim Konate, because that's enough there could potentially cost Liverpool getting something out of this game.
Well, I thought he showed it to Konate. I wasn't sure at first, because of course Konate had already been booked. Yes, so I'll be getting your player of the match on the next stoppage of play, Ross. For now, Kai Havertz is back on his feet. Virgil van Dijk is still complaining. He's got nothing to complain about. There was no attempt by Konate to win the ball, and the ball is given away by Thiago this time. And here's Reece Nelson now as Arsenal get into the penalty area. Reece Nelson attempts the cross, but it's a good block by Andrew Robertson. And Robertson keeps possession as well. Good work by Andrew Robertson, and the ball is played forward there, and Jacob Kiwior will just hand the ball back to David Raya, who plays the ball forward. There's been a stoppage in play, Russ, so why don't you give us your player of the match today?
Yes, and the player of the match today is one of the players that Mike mentioned had a very good game this afternoon for Arsenal, and he's gone to what looks likely to be the match winner, Gabriel Martinelli. Fantastic performance from down the left-hand side. Fantastic finish for his goal as well. He was gifted his goal, but it was a fantastic goal nevertheless. And had a simple tap in, but when those come around, you've just got to take them, and that's what he did to get Gabriel Martinelli. So the player of the match, sponsored by the Commentary Services, is Arsenal's number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
And there's just been announced of 7 minutes injury time, and a yellow card has been brandished to Darwin Núñez for complaining, and a yellow card also issued to William Saliba for time wasting. So all of that has come very, very quickly as Saliba takes a free kick. It's far over the head of Kai Havertz and goes behind for a goal kick. And Jurgen Klopp, I just wonder what he's thinking now. This is not what he wanted, especially with City playing tomorrow. For Arsenal, if they can hang on to this, we'll close the gap to 2 points between them and Liverpool at the top of the table. And it has been a very solid performance by Arsenal. As away goes Leandro Trossard, just flicked between Diaz and Harvey Elliott. Trossard in the penalty area, left-hand side of the shot, he scores! And Harvey Elliott has confirmed the victory for Arsenal. It's 3 points. It's 2 points behind Liverpool now at the top of the table. And the title race is on. And now... It was another real mistake actually at the back by Liverpool. We'll just get your thoughts on it in a moment, as I think Mikel Arteta almost completed a full lap of the pitch celebrating that one. But Leandro Trossard is the goal scorer, and we're just going to take another look and I'll get your thoughts on it. I'm just wondering, this looks like it was another Liverpool mistake. I mean, well, it was actually a beautiful move by Leandro Trossard. He flicked it past Harvey Elliott. He gets into the penalty area. Really, Van Dijk doesn't get close enough, quick enough, really, Russ, does he?
No, Van Dijk doesn't get quick enough, but fantastic skill from Trossard to get away from Harvey Elliott. But you've got to question Alisson there. Why has he left his legs open? If you're going to want to block your shot with your legs, put the legs together, keep it closed, so if you do have a shot to go from that angle, you ish your legs and he's saved. So otherwise, you're just going to do what Trossard's just done there and put it into the back of the net through your legs and give Arsenal the 3 points in the game. And it could happen if he's against Chelsea, Man United, Man City, if Alisson comes out like that. So poor goalkeeping for me, but brilliant skill from Trossard to get away from Elliott to create the opportunity in the first place as well.
In fairness to Alisson, though, it did take a deflection off the foot of Virgil van Dijk, which directed the ball through his leg. But nevertheless, it is 3-1, and Liverpool are now down and out. And I have to say at this point, yes, I agree with Mike. It's exactly what Arsenal deserve. They've been the better team, in my opinion, for much of this game. I don't know about yourself, Ross. What's your view on that?
Yeah, Arsenal have deserved this to be the better side in this game, and they've converted. And when they've had the chance in the second half, and yes, I know they've missed some, but when they've had chances on goal to score, they've taken them, and that's what good teams do, especially if they want to win the league. And Liverpool, when they've had their chances, I know that it's not been that many. When they've had their own chances, they have not taken them, and that's what's cost them the game today.
Well, it's now back with Alisson, who will not look back on this game with fond memories. The ball is played forward, and it's out of play. It's another poor distribution, this time by Alisson. 2 points now separating Arsenal and Liverpool. Of course, if City do win tomorrow, they'll go above Arsenal on goal difference. It's bright hope for Arsenal. The title race is still on. Kai Havertz down the right-hand side just allows that ball to go out of play. And he's getting in front of the linesman. And he put his hands on the linesman there, did Kai Havertz. He has to be careful. He can't be that stupid. He could be in trouble here. And he gets a yellow card.
I thought he could have potentially got a red card there, me. Because not only did he put his hands on the linesman there, he also knocked his flag out to his hands as well. So that could have been 2 yellow cards in one there.
Well, I mean, that was very silly from Kai Havertz. And he is known to make these silly decisions. And to be honest with you, I think he's a very lucky boy there. And the ball is now with Leandro Trossard, but he's just Luis Diaz just gets ahead of him, and Luis Diaz now storming forward over the halfway line. Oh, it's a long. It was a very long ball looking there for Jota, but to be honest with you, he was never going to find him. And here's Harvey Elliott now for Liverpool, and Elliott now plays the ball to Robertson. Robertson gives the ball back to Elliott as Liverpool just trying to create something now from this game. But you have to wonder whether the game is up as we go into the last minute of stoppage time. And it's now picked up there by Diaz. Diaz gives the ball to McAllister, to Thiago. Thiago back to Van Dijk, who also hasn't had a wonderful game today by his standards anyway. And it's Van Dijk. Gives the ball to McAllister. McAllister under pressure by Odegaard. He gets away from Odegaard. And the ball is played forward, but that's a good piece of defending by Declan Rice, who gets his toe on that. And Ray will be able to pick that up. He just waits for Darwin Núñez to come in. As the Liverpool fans, well, there's a look of despondency on their faces, but they've had a good run of being unbeaten. And to be honest with you, it's a very, very tough place to come, because when this Arsenal team plays like this, they are very, very difficult to beat.
They are, yes, Paul, I agree there. They've shown why they're very hard to beat, especially.
Oh, here's a chance now. And it's Leandro Trossard. Oh, it looks like he tried to lift it over the goalkeeper. Sorry, Ross. There was just the chance that Leandro Trossard had got through. Diaz is coming forward now. And Diaz just trying to get away there from the defender, but it's cleared away from Kyria. And that's full time. It's all over at the Emirates Stadium. And second half goals from Gabriel Martinelli from a horrendous mistake by Van Dijk and Alisson. And 2 minutes into stoppage time, Leandro Trossard sealed the deal. Ibrahima Konate got himself sent off with a second yellow. But Russ, why don't you give me your assessment on this game?
Arsenal fully deserved the win. They were the better team throughout the game today, and I must say Liverpool can have no complaints that they've got 0 points from this game, because they didn't really create enough. Didn't really test David Raya enough in the match, and Arsenal fully deserved winners and got what they deserved in the game, which was 3 goals as well. Because I think around about 3 goals was enough for Arsenal today based on their performance. I know the potential could have had more in the first half, but overall for me, I think it was a very, very good game, and one which Arsenal very much deserved to get all 3 points from this afternoon.
All right, Russ, thank you for your co-commentary today. Really appreciate you working alongside me today. I want to thank all of the listeners for joining us and those that have commented. But it's full time here at the Emirates Stadium. It is Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. Arsenal move within 2 points of top spot tonight. Mikel Arteta will be very happy this evening. Bye for now.